welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Vanessa, this is Nessa CX Beauty, and today's video is going to be on the brand new Colourpop Lust for Dusk eyeshadow palette. This is the component right here. Very beautiful matte packaging with gold accents that pop up. It actually feels really luxurious. I really like the packaging. This eyeshadow palette retails for $24 and features 16 shades. It does not have a mirror, but this is the color story. It is very like muted but also colorful. And that's what attracted me to this eyeshadow palette. Literally, the bottom two rows spoke to me so heavily that I was like, okay, I just need it for the bottom two rows. But this is her. We're going to be swatching her out and using her on the eyes. So if you're interested in seeing how this eyeshadow palette performs, just continue watching. So we're going to start off with the swatches. Sunset Chaser, Wild Sky, Shaken, Mood Lighting, Hot Glam, Quiet Storm, Mixer, Eventide or Eventide, I don't really know how to pronounce this one. Night Lovers, Horizon, Take the Lead, Miser, That's Neat, After Dark, Serve Chilled, and last but not least, Twilight. And y'all, this is the entire eyeshadow palette swatched out. All 16 shades. Very beautiful shimmers. Very nice mattes. I think there's a good blend between light and dark mattes. Some outer corner colors. Very shimmery shimmers. I don't know. I think this is a palette that can give you a lot. Especially like on a date night or like an event or anything like that. I think this would be like a go-to kind of color story for me, at least. But now we're just gonna head on to the look. So first off, we're gonna head into Horizon with my Morphe M513, and we're gonna put this all over the crease, blend it in and blow it out. We're gonna use this to blend in all of the other shades. For the other eye, we're going to head into Mixer with my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. And we're just going to do the same thing on this side. Next up, we're going to head into After Dark with my Morphe JS9 brush, and we're just going to place this under Horizon, blending it into Horizon. So we have some depth and a good transition between After Dark and Horizon. Similarly, we're going to head into Served Chilled with my Morphe JS6 brush, and we're just going to do the same thing on this side, adding some depth and blending it into Mixer. So I did cut my crease off of camera, and now we're going to head into shimmers, going into Quiet Storm with my Anastasia packing brush. This was a very crumbly shimmer, but it was so pretty. I do not recommend using a brush. And then following up with Sunset Chaser and putting that onto the inner half of the lid and blending that into Quiet Storm. For the other eye, I went into Night Lovers with the Anastasia brush and packed that on the outer half of the lid. And this was a taupey mauve duochrome. And then I followed up with Mood Lighting, which was a silver white shimmer. These two shimmers were so beautiful. And now I'm just going to finish up the rest of my face, and we'll be back for final thoughts. And we are back. The face is complete. And for the lower lash line, I did go into Take the Lead with my Morphe M507, and I put that on the outer half of my lower lash line. And then I went into Wild Sky with my Morphe M506, and I put that on the inner half of my lower lash line for both sides. But this is how we are looking. We're gonna zoom in, and this is how we are looking zoomed in. Although I essentially did the same eyeshadow look for both sides did perform very well. I essentially used a little bit over half of the eyeshadow palette, which I almost never do in my reviews, but I did for this one, and I love the outcome. It's not bad at all. The mattes blended very beautifully. The shimmers are wonderful, and I have little to no complaints about this eyeshadow palette based on its performance today. However, something I will say about this palette that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I was super excited for, the shade Quiet Storm. Whew, with a brush, it just doesn't go very well unless you build it up and try very hard. This is definitely one of those shades where you should definitely just use a finger. I hate using my finger for eyeshadows, so that's my con for me. It just took too much effort and time to make it look like this. But it's such a stunning shade. I think it's worth it at the end of the day. Another thing that I will say is that although like I have all of these shades in my collection, probably for different palettes and different brands, one of the shadows reminded me of another eyeshadow within Colourpop. So I was just like, what? But Night Lovers, which is a duochrome taupey mauve shade, I do have them swatched out here already. This is Night Lovers. Reminds me so heavily of the shade Ritzy in the Baroque eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna show y'all those two right next to each other. They are very, very, very similar. Tell me not. Tell me not. I don't know. But I do like this eyeshadow palette. I can definitely see myself using it either on a daily basis because a lot of the shades aren't too in your face or crazy, or like a night out, an event, anything like that. I think this is a very classy eyeshadow palette, and the freaking packaging just like adds so much to it. I love this packaging. So I think it's a great palette to have if you don't have shades like this in your collection already, which I probably do, but I'm a little crazy, so don't follow in my footsteps. If you already have these shades, you don't gotta get it. But it is a nice eyeshadow palette, and nonetheless, if you are looking for a color story like this, I think it is a good option to pick up. Very beautiful. I'd say 7.5 out of 10 rating. The only thing that takes away from this eyeshadow palette is Quiet Storm and the fact that it's not the most unique color story, but other than that, very good quality, very nice. And that's all I have for y'all today. That's all I have to say. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.